Hi guys, welcome back to Delsbury. I got this beautiful little model on eBay recently. It's a little church, obviously. It's actually a Faller model. It's one of the original Faller models, which was, I'm going to try and turn it over for you very, very carefully. There you go. It was actually built, as I understand it, it was built in about the 60s. It's all made out of wood, and it's sort of rendered wood, handmade of course. It is just a lovely little model in very good nick for its age. I've just got a bit of tidying up to do on the path there, and what I thought that I'd do is I'd put some greenery around it as well, just to green it up a little bit. It's a little bit old and brown and that sort of thing. But the interesting thing is the wires that are coming out the back are for a moving sounding bell. So there's a little actuator in the unit that makes the bell move, and there's a little bell inside the unit that sounds. And I've given it a test run. It's such a cool little model, and you guys know what how I am with my sort of animated stuff. I love having little animated bits and bobs on the layout. This one is going to be a nice little addition to my funeral scene over there. I'm going to move Scaledale St Mary's, I think it is, church out of the way for the moment and stick that in the buildings box, and I'm going to replace it with this lovely little model here. Okay, the church itself sits quite nicely in that little churchyard. Having said that, I have had to remove a bunch of tombstones, and the little lady on the bench who's currently sitting quite dangerously in the middle of the road. But I'll replace those as well. I've also just purchased a funeral gatherer's scene, prize a funeral scene. So I'll replace these mourners with those, which will really, really look the part in that scene there. So fitting just beautifully. You can see the bell in the bell tower there. I mean, in fact, it really looks like that churchyard was made for it. It's it is such a gorgeous little model, and path works quite nicely going up to the actual doors there as well. So if I just show you the cords come out the side there. So I probably won't even drill under the baseboard there. I'll probably just have them coming down the side. What I'll do now is I'll do some detailing on this church, and I'll green up the area around there just with some bushes and things like that on the work table. Now I know that there is also the thought that with a model this old and this original, we just heard the bell just go then inside. There you go. That's what it sounds like when the bell goes. With a model this old and this original, I suppose we could always say, well, we don't really want to change it. We don't want to add glue to it or add anything else to it because it is in its original condition. But I think a lovely model like this as well can do well for a new lease on life too. And I mean, particularly for the fact, it'll fit into the layout obviously a lot better. But I think lovely models like this deserve to have a bit of a zhuzhing up as well. So, and that's all I'm going to do. I'm just going to lighten it up, brighten it up a little bit, and hopefully do it some justice. Okay guys, and here it is in situ. As you can see, I'm still waiting for the glue to dry on the hedges, but they're a bit of a pain to glue down. That's why I've got this vehicle here just holding the hedge to the side. The reason I wanted to hedge the little garden around the church is number one, it looks okay. Well, actually, that was probably number two. Number one reason was because the base of the church, which is what do they call it? Masonite, I think it is. And it's raised a good 4 mil. So rather than putting bushes around and that sort of thing, I thought, well, I've got some hedging left over, so I'll just hedge a nice little garden around and then define the path. And then what I've done also is use some of the Metcalfe pavers, which again I've just got to stick down that end, but Metcalfe pavers to make a little, you can't really sort of see it there, but it's actually a little raised stair area to go up onto the path. But as you can see, I put ivy on the church. I've put bushes where the original modeler had put bushes around. I thought I'll stay true to what was originally done, and I'll just put them over the brown sections. But it's bushed it up quite nicely, and also repainted the roof, as you saw in the video, and repainted the path. And so it's bedded in really quite nicely there. I've just got to add some more of these tombstones around the place. I've got the hearse, which actually sits outside the church now, which I think is better because you can actually see that it's a hearse and that sort of thing. So, but I think it's gone in there really quite well. If we look back a little bit, it really looks like it was made for that little scene, I think. Very, very pleased with it. Lovely little church. It's a gorgeous little church. I'm now going to show you how it works, and I think you're going to quite like it. Alright guys, so I've just hooked up a little switch, and this is how it works. How cool is that? When you press the button, you do it as fast as you like. Such a beautiful little model, and some really good animation for the lad, I think, as well. Well, thanks again for watching, guys, and I've really enjoyed doing this little scene here. Thanks, guys, and we'll catch up soon. Cheers.